Yo, good morning. Top of the morning to you. Welcome. It's a Sunday. Sundays are the best during football season. Who am I? Of course, Coach Chef. Welcome to the Bears pregame report brought to you by Chicago Clubhouse Network. We're going to do something a little different. Instead of Crooked Commish doing the opener, I am. I hope you all are ready for a good show today. Some good product. Hope you're ready to chime in, give us your opinion, give us whatever you have, good or bad. With that, if you all chiming in with us, make sure that you hit us with a like. It doesn't cost you anything to hit us with a like. It helps the algorithm, helps us out, helps us know that we're giving you what the people want, which is outstanding content. All three of us are here today. We may have a guest, we may not, but in due time, I'm going to keep it really short. But we got the Bears and the Giants today. Bears are 5-3 after an outstanding shootout last week with Cincinnati. That was scary but riveting, or maybe those are synonyms. But I'm gonna say scary and riveting at the same time because they won. And without any further ado, let's hit that intro. Yo, yo, yo. We back. Didn't go too long if you like the intro. Coach Chef here, of course. Now, we've got a full show today. Bears play the Giants today. It's game day, baby. Game day. Let's go. If you're not ready, Bears got a winning record. I think we're tied for second in the NFC North, the best division in football. Hey, don't forget to hit us with a like and subscribe. Hit us with the HBO special. Help us brothers out because it doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't cost you anything to like. Tell a friend. Tell a foe. Tell a hater. Chime into the show. We need to respond. Don't forget we have super chat. Just another opportunity for you to get your opinion out there first so we can react to you based on what you like, you don't like, whether it's us, whether it's the Bears, whether it's the opponent. If you got an opinion, you want to shout it out. Hey, man, social media. Let's do what we do. But without any further ado, I would like to bring on the guy that you all are used to seeing really first. You're used to seeing his face. And he's a man of all trades. He's a producer of all trades. He has his own show. He does Wednesdays with his fantasy show with the mouth from the Bay. Hey, without any further ado, let's bring on Crooked Commish.
What is good, everyone? How are you all doing? Are you all ready to bear down? I hope.
Let's go. I'm not gonna give you my special when they win, but I'm gonna say bear down always. What up, man? How you doing?
Good, man. Good. Just happy that we were able to exit last week's thriller game. One last scare for the Bears that they gave us. Halloween was over, but they weren't done giving us thrills. Very exciting game. But like I said in the past, I don't always need to make it this damn exciting. So
a win,
a
win is a win. You don't have to win, but yeah, I got you. Trust me. Trust me. I get it.
I mean, like I said, it was such a mixed bag of emotions that last game because, the game starts off, with Cincinnati has the kickoff return. So you're just like, great. Because we talked about that in the last pre-game report of how special teams has been an issue all season long. And here we are, in the thick of things here in the middle of the season. And it just doesn't seem to get worked out. Not even for one game, that can't seem to kind of figure out the issues and kind of plug the holes on the special teams for whatever reason. Hightower's message is just not coming across to these guys.
I thought I ain't gonna lie. So watching the whole game, I thought the kickoff coverage especially got better in the second half. Not so many deep kickoffs, but yeah, that definitely has been a concern. Huh?
Welcome to the show.
You say hi?
Hi.
Your little man. You hungry?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Daddy gonna help you out. But we can't finish. You know, we can't do this without one more body. And you know, he stayed turned up. He stayed on 10, as we say at the crib. My man always on 10 because he's amped up.
Yes,
is he here?
We're gonna have to. He stepped out of the office here for a minute, so he's we have to wait for him to come back.
Maybe he had to go get some of that amped up. Maybe he had to get some of that amped up juice. So
I think so. I think his volume was only going to an 8, and you know that just doesn't work with the guy like Amp. His volume is always hard set, dead set at 10. So anything less than that. Yeah, you know what I mean? And I'm especially with, like I said, we were talking about last week's game, the way that game ended and finished, was very thrilling, very exciting. We can all say that mainly because the Bears did win that game. Had they lost that game, we would have said that was a very gut-wrenching, heartbreaking choke of a loss game, one of the worst in most recent years. You know what I mean? So and then we'd all be kind of pulling our hair out, kind of like how much further does this bottom go? Because every single time we hit like a Hail Mary loss or a heartbreaking loss, we're thinking, okay, this is the bottom, right? And then like something even more crazier happens for us to lose. But luckily that didn't happen this time, and the Bears offense was able to step up. And our shout out to our 2 rookie guys that kind of made it happen. We had their very first pick of the draft and the very last pick of the draft basically come in being our game savers there. So what a game for Colston Loveland to have a breakout game there. So like perfect timing.
Yeah, man. For those who don't know, we have alternate social media. Make sure you chime in with our social media. We'll slow it down because sometimes, I could talk a little fast. Follow both of us and this channel on TikTok. You can find us on TikTok where Crooked Commish, the channel.
It is called the Crooked Commish. So you just look at me up on TikTok, type in Crooked Commish, and it should pop right up there. So I mostly post out fantasy content there. But I'm also running our Chicago Clubhouse network also on TikTok. Type that up.
Which is awesome.
That's all going to be all Bears content, all Bulls content, all Cubs, Blackhawks, White Sox, any Chicago content there. So little clips and highlights from the show, and even highlights from games and whatnot. And Coach has his thing.
And if you're lucky, you'll catch a lot of us. Whoever posts on the network, you will find us on Chicago Clubhouse Network on TikTok. Definitely check out Crooked Commission, his fantasy contact. And then check me out. I'm a little lagging on my weekly stuff just because my schedule at my 9 to 5, well, really it's not a 9 to 5, it's more like an 11. So it's a 1 to 9:30 gig. So I get home pretty late. But check me out at 2 of them, but one for the Bears and sports content. Check out me out on TikTok at host.coach_chef on TikTok. You will find me there. Today's game day, of course. What's going on? Bear down. You can definitely find me there. I will give you a halftime breakdown. I'm going to give you my post-game reaction. If they win, which I expect you will want to get my new specialty, is what I call it, is my victory shooter or shot. That's where usually me, but sometimes Miss Coach Chef has been there. She will join me, and I'll come up with I'll find a new shot or shooter to celebrate the Bears' victory. Why? Because I don't want to drink, guys. But I'm going to keep drinking as long as they win, until they win so much it makes me sick of drinking. Okay? Also, check out Amp. Yeah, check out Amp on TikTok as well. I think his name is Anthony something Amp. think it's his last
Anthony
name. Or
Stewart.
if you follow us, Anthony Stewart. And then if you follow us, you'll definitely find him. You can find our other hosts on TikTok as well. But we are trying to bring you the best content by any means necessary. Hey, let's get into it right now. Let's get into this game.
Real quick, I want to give a shout out to the chat here. Gene is my boy. Thanks for checking us out, Gene. He's also a fellow Bears fan here in Arizona. You may have met him because he's him and Mouth from the Bay, real close and whatnot. So he may have been over there one of the times.
Last year he was rocking. He's from here, but I was like, man, how you a Bears fan and you from Arizona? Okay, what up, Gene? What's good with you, dog?
Yes, so you know him too as well.
Yeah. I met him. Good homie.
And then real quick, very good homie. So also, let's go ahead and get in our guest in here. So he is someone that you normally see on the Tuesday night shows, recapping the Bears game, talking about the good, the bad, the ugly. But this season, it's been a bit more good and a bit more promising than the previous year. That's for damn sure. So,
and surprisingly, just a tidbit, just for those who want to know how we make all these connections. He is another guy that I met. I first met him playing co-ed flag football in various forms. Big, lanky, tall stuff he is, just like I met JB, T-Nick. I made these connections for the show through playing flag football. Go ahead, you say his name, but I just want to say my connection to him because that's how we.
Yeah, no, I mean, and that's awesome to hear as far as like how football just brings everybody together. You get to talking, and then you get to finding out, we're all Bears fans, so we're all part of the same either misery or joy when it comes to our Sundays. But without further ado, like I said, you normally see him on the Tuesday show, but he's making a guest appearance here for the pregame report. Our boy, Foul Mouth C. What's good?
What up, fellas?
Top of the morning to you, man. We're ready to get this Bears win here. Top it up and talk about what we have to do to win. Go ahead.
Look here. I got my blood pressure medicine.
Oh, Lord.
Man,
please tell me you really got on blood pressure medicine, sir. Please tell me you got on.
They send you through it every single week. Even games when they supposed to win.
Okay.
Last week, had them boys blown out and made it closer than it had to be.
For sure.
That's what I said. That pick six would have made it a game out. I think the interpretation
of blood pressure medicine last week. They didn't.
Sorry. What I'm trying to say. That interpretation of the rule about being like, that's a bad rule. I think it was too much to the quote unquote letter. Like, to be down, you have to be down, not just because someone touched you. You have to be down because that person was trying to get you down, not because they were trying to catch the pass.
He dove for the ball and he touched you while he dove. He wasn't on the ground yet.
He didn't even catch that. He didn't have possession of the ball yet.
Have full possession yet.
Yeah, they really need to relook at that rule and kind of reevaluate it and kind of change that out, because I get what they're saying. They point to the wording of the rule, and it's like, okay, I guess in the technicality sense of it,
there was no intent. There was no intent of him having or pursuing him down. He was trying to catch a pass. Yeah, that would have put. I believe that would have put the game away. But we've got to finish. You got to play full 60 minutes. That's the good part.
Where's what?
Where's Amp?
He was in. He may be having some technical issues because he was in here for a minute and then he had to step out of the clubhouse. So we're seeing if he jumps back in. But when he gets in here, we'll definitely get him in the
I guess panel. We talked him off that ledge last week. He was man, about to have my boy. And was over there about to jump off, man. Oh man, they gonna do this. I said, just calm down, baby. We got it.
Bro, like I said, I couldn't even imagine trying to watch that game with Ant-Man, especially when the last 2 minutes or whatnot. Because
he'll drive me to drink.
Bro, but like I said, it's I was telling him it's such a mixed bag of emotions, that game, as far as like how the game started bad with the kickoff. We fought through it. We get the lead. There was so many lead changes going back and forth, and then when we start going up and getting like a double-digit lead, feeling comfortable, feeling confident, kind of feeling like, all right, we got this shit. Like we just need to do our thing, kill the clock, control the tempo of this game. And especially after the deflection interception that Bird got, but then the flag came in to cancel that. And then 2 plays later, we have the Edmonds.
Oh, yeah.
We're thinking that's like stamping it. Like that's a fucking dagger.
Man, like, all right. So all I want to know is this: when we playing the Giants today, since it is cold outside, it did snow just a smidge last night. What are the refs going to do to try to screw us over this week? It seems
Lord.
like every single week we got some type of controversial call with the refs. I watch other games. I don't see it as much. And it's not me just being a homer. I'm just trying to figure out what call is going to be made where it's going to be to the detriment of the Chicago Bears. Not nothing to help us, but something to make the game closer than what it is. That Cincinnati game is supposed to have been a blowout.
To be honest, I was surprised in last week's game when DJ fumbled the ball when got out of the end zone. I thought I was surprised that was a touchdown. No, I know.
I wasn't.
Actually,
bro, just seeing how the Bears, how shit works out for them.
Yeah.
More often than not, that would have been ruled a fumble out of the end zone. The other team's ball, the whole momentum shift would have happened at that moment and stuff like that. But luckily, the refs didn't see it that way, and it fucking worked out to not only did that challenge not help the Bengals, it definitely shot them in the ass because they were thinking, hey, it's a fumble, and it's like, nope, it was the actual touchdown. So
when I saw that play in real time, and I said they challenged it, I said he doesn't even realize he just gave the Bears a touchdown. It doesn't matter as long as he has possession of that ball when it crosses that plane. It's a touchdown, and he had possession of it. Now it did come out, but it was after the ball had crossed the plane.
Right.
It is officially dead.
People forget this. People forget this. You only need to break the plane with any part of the ball. The whole ball doesn't have to cross. This ain't rugby or some other sport. You only need a part of the ball to touch the plane, not even cross. The white line is the plane for it to be a touchdown.
That's a seal that's been broken.
Against the player's arm. Yeah. It was pinned against somebody's arm as he crossed the plane. So,
right, and that was one of the things. Looking at the replay when they were going to commercial, I was telling my wife, I was like, "Yo, they're either going to call that a touchdown or that's a fumble out of the end zone, but it ain't out at the one. He ain't down at the one type of thing, which was the original call." So, like, I was just, like I said, super thankful, super, just thrilled that they saw it our way, that it was a touchdown. But like I said, once they started building that lead and shit like that, like you start feeling good, and then little things start to happen to where it's like, all right, you could see it that the Bears defense was starting to get sloppy, content, comfortable, whatever word you kind of want to throw in there, just lackadaisical, because Joe Flacco does Joe Flacco shit, brings them down the field, they get that touchdown. And you're like, all right, cool. Just don't give up the onside kick. Of course, they give up the onside fucking kick. And you're like, all right, cool. Just don't give up this touchdown, because they got the fucking 2-point conversion. It was like all the fucking dominoes started hitting for them. And you're just like, no fucking way this is happening again. No fucking way. And then they get the fucking lead. And it's like, God damn, like how in the world does this shit keep happening over and over again? The one little difference, though, is Caleb has been icing his vein cold-blooded when the game-winning drives. Like, I got the ball last. Oh, y'all done fucked up, because I'm getting my team in either field goal range if we need a field goal, or if we need a touchdown, God damn it, we're getting a goddamn motherfucking touchdown. And sure as shit, Caleb does what he does, fucking comes in last minute, hits Loveland, your boy Loveland, not only for the game, like his second touchdown, but the game-winning touchdown, that ended up happening. And like I was telling Coach Sheff earlier, I love seeing our last round pick stepped up big time, had a career game his goddamn self with 176 yards, man. So, like, our rookies came in big time, and I love seeing it. So hopefully they can do it again against the Giants because they got their own goddamn rookie themselves, and Dart, who's having himself a pretty good rookie season,
He is.
for not even starting
he's
it.
having a damn good rookie season. I have to tip my hat off to him. He's definitely doing his thing. The game last week, it was just I told people that it was going to probably have to be a shootout, and I wanted to see if this was going to be a game where the Bears can actually sit up there and be in a shootout and win. And it turned into a shootout. That game could have easily been, 49? And just think about it. The Bears lost. They left 6 points on the board after Carlos Santos missed 2 field goals. Yeah. They left 6 points on the board. And
just one field goal.
The penalty saved. Yeah, but the penalty saved one of the field goals to kind of neglect it because he missed it, but then the other team was offsides, which extended the drive.
He hooked one and then the other one got blocked, right?
He missed one field goal. He has 3 field goal misses this year. I know all y'all with the Carlos Santos, he's had 3 misses. If one is negated by a penalty or a timeout, it does not count. He has 3 misses. He made it after he missed it after the time the offside.
The one that he hooked got neglected, got erased because of the offsides penalty that extended the drive. So they don't count that against his record. I know Paul's looking it up right now.
You miss a field goal, they be like, he misses all the time. People forget that.
No.
As much as Moody, people want Moody to replace. Daniel Jones being Daniel Jones.
Oh, is he dropping dimes again?
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
What? Daniel Jones being Daniel Jones, turning the ball over. What y'all?
Hey, I'm just
called Danny Dimes for a while.
I didn't know what he was doing.
That was him in college. I don't trust that man when you got to come back. It's easy to play ahead when you got a great running game and a great defense. I don't trust that man. All you Indianapolis fans out there, I'm sorry. If you all are trailing, which every team is going to trail in the NFL, I don't trust that guy. You trailing in a game late, I don't trust that guy.
So what are we looking forward to this week? I mean, with this Giants game, let's remember the elements are going to play a factor because it is cold out here. I know it's wet. It looked like it snowed just a smidge, but not where you can see it on the ground or anything. I didn't look out the window right now to see if it's snowing or anything, but when I woke up, I did see a couple flakes on my car.
I do want to talk about the injuries before we get into the weather.
That's going to be a factor. Not having TJ Edwards out there sucks.
The injury report was long as hell this week. It looked like for those of you who do, looked like one of y'all, looked like your Christmas list, how long that doggone injury report was this week. I'm joking because I don't know what a Christmas list is, sorry. Anyway, so officially out today, although these guys practice this week. Josh Blackman didn't play with a concussion. He won't be playing today, so that there goes your depth on special teams. And then the secondary, TJ Edwards already, obviously, although people thought that he was going to play with that club, but since he didn't practice any of the days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, he won't play. Dominique Robinson obviously won't play. He's projected to be out a couple weeks with the high ankle sprain. And then Jahad Walker, the undrafted receiver out of A&M, he won't play. He's also in concussion protocol. And then questionable today is Swift with the groin and a personal related issue. That's what it says on the official Bears site. And Durham Smythe, third tight end, are both questionable. He's questionable with a calf. But I think everyone else is clear. Luther Burton had a full week of practice. Kevin Byard had a full week of he was limited, but he had a full week of practice on Friday.
That's good.
Grady Jarrett, he missed Wednesday, but I think that's just his rest day because he's a vet. He was full Thursday, Friday. Roshan Johnson is back with the back. He was full participation Friday and limited on Wednesday, Thursday. Komet's back. He was full participation Thursday, Friday. Cal Manunga was full participation. DJ Moore and Rome missed Wednesday, but they were full participation practice Friday. Admin by me. It's like I get worse every week. I said it right at the beginning of the season. Every week I get worse.
Amen. Amen. That's all I say. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Whatever. Amen. Yes. Amen, brother.
He's
And
playing.
maybe the spirit be with you too, brothers.
Yeah. Reminds me of that old Muslim joke. Be like, yeah, a happy bologna sandwich to you, my brother. I used to get that when I was a kid.
I never heard that shit.
And then Joe Tooney, yeah, like that's like some that's old school, like anything in the '90s when they was talking about Muslims. You say, hey, happy being proud of you, my brother. So. And Joe Tooney had a vet day. He didn't practice Thursday, but he was full participation Friday, and then for the Giants. So pretty much the only starters are out are T.J. Edwards and Dom Ross. Well, Dom Ross was more of a rotation guy. Oh, also obviously Dio's out because he's on season-ending IR.
Yeah, he does.
But guys, but any guys on IR clearly they won't be on the injury report. And then for the Giants, one of their DBs, Paulson, Adobo is out. Yep. Collins, one of their receivers, and Victor. Another. I ain't gonna lie. I'm sorry. It's another Nigerian name. He's out as a linebacker. So he's out. Oh shit! Graham Gano is out. I'm just looking. I don't have a number, but his first name is Victor. He's a linebacker. Graham Gano is out. Chauncey Golston, the defensive end, is out. Damn. Darius Mansu is out. Another linebacker, and their center, John Michael Schmidt. I'm mad that I can't say the Nigerian name, but I can say John Michael Schmidt. So they've got a lot of guys out, and then they got a questionable guy, Jermaine. One of their guards is out with a pec. Yeah, sorry guys, I didn't take the. They don't have the phonetic breakdown for their names. So I am a Giants fan. Sorry, I don't know all their players.
Bro, I'm a Bears fan and I can barely pronounce Kareem Amagaji. Like, come on now. It took me like forever to fucking get that shit down. Or even Dio Agadengbo or
Dio Dengbo. Yeah. So
for real, I still struggle with that shit.
Yeah, those are the injuries. Excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like both teams are pretty beat the hell up, and that means it could be another shootout like last week, man. That's really what it's.
It better not be.
I mean, look at our defensive struggles are still there. I mean, not having T.J. Edwards out there is going to suck. I know Dio really wasn't doing too much, but not having him out there, Shamar Tanner got hurt. Fucking, you know what I mean? So. Now we traded for a guy that was, on the Browns practice squad. It seemed like, or he was like third string guy, defensive end that we got. So right now we got to basically hope that Austin Booker can not only have the game that he had last week, where he kind of gave that pressure and got a sack and whatnot, but if he could kind of do that on a more consistent level, that would be ideal and awesome if he could step into that role. Granted, he's still a young cat. He's still wet behind the ears, but when he's out there, it looks like he does have, an arsenal of moves. He's not just strictly a bull rushing type of guy. You know what I mean? He'll hit you with the spin move. He'll do the wave and shit like that. So he tries a lot of different shit, but he's obviously still pretty raw and whatnot. So hopefully the key thing with him is to stay healthy as well and not to get re-injured, because that's kind of seemed to be a thing with him that's kind of nagging him, is some of these injuries that kind of come and go.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, with this game, we know that they don't have the wide receivers, nor they don't have the offensive weapons that the Cincinnati Bengals had. So that's going to play in our favor. I think our defense was going to have some problems last week, and let's just be honest, fellas. If that pick six counts, Flacco doesn't. Those yards don't look like that. His stats don't look like that. Right. And you thinking about it, he's playing with probably the best not trio, but the best tandem when it comes down to NFL wide receivers in the league. And some of the passes that he made were, man, pinpoint. I mean, you think about the catches that was made. The catch that he threw to T. Higgins on the sideline, where well, I saw what Wright was doing, and Wright was doing right. He was sitting up there. He saw the ball. He was looking at it. He was trying to ride the wide receiver out of bounds without causing a pass interference. It's just that T. Higgins made one hell of an adjustment and came through with even a more hell of a catch. Touchdown. And then on the other side, when he was on the other side, on the right side, Flacco threw that ball to the perfect spot with an outstretched arm right there. And he caught that touchdown. So, I mean, Flacco, you have to give him a lot of credit. I'm not as hard up on the defense because for the simple fact, one, the pass rush has gotten better, just like the run defense has gotten better. They're still playing without a lot of DBs. You know what I'm saying? Their DBs are banged up, but they don't have to go against a pinpoint quarterback this week, and they don't have to go against the best tandem of wide receivers in the league this week as well. The run game is going to be important because of the elements. So I'm looking forward to the Bears trying to run the ball and stop the run. And we're going to see what's going to happen from there.
Yeah, most definitely.
That's the good news. Good news is there's no Scatabo, and Tracy isn't nowhere near the same running back as Scatabo. Go ahead, Chef.
Wouldn't worry about Scatabo, bro. Ain't been worried about him. Look, obviously the elements, but you have to remember, man, Ben Johnson, he says it in his press conference, man, he himself works specifically on getting this run game to be one of the best in the NFL. And as for as great as Kyle Monunga, a rookie 7th round guy from Rutgers, played, we need both running backs, man. We need our version, and hopefully our version stays together and does big things to where we can get, a little cute little nickname like some other tandems. But we need both guys. We need the speed. We need the one cutting ability. Actually, both guys are one cut running backs. Just one is an outside zone guy. Like if you look at the stats on outside zone for Swift, he leads the league in explosive runs on outside zone. Now, an explosive run is defined by any run that is 10 yards or more. This ain't video games. It's not 20-yard runs. It's not Madden, NCAA, none of that. Any run by 10 yards, he leads the league with like 15, I believe. And that was prior to last week, so he might not lead it still. But as of last week, when he was out, he led the league in explosive runs, 10 yards or more. Then you get Kyle Monunga, who had an amazing game, 25 carries, the most I've seen a Bear running back have in several years, single-handedly. And with Johnson wanting to run the ball, people think of Ben Johnson being this, trick play action. Well, obviously play action plays a big part of the run game. But him being just, big brain Ben, and he's trying to throw the ball everywhere. No, he want to run the ball. That's how you win. That's what he did in Detroit. That's what his background is. Even him playing quarterback. I mean, all the really successful coordinators, for the most part, because Andy Reid sometimes forgets to run the ball. But they want to run the ball, and then you give Doyle, the offensive coordinator, off the run. You give them the play action and the passing game, man. I have trust in this coaching staff. So yeah, with the offense with the Giants, I mean, they don't have Cam Scatabo, who was averaging 4.1, about 400 yards this year. He was a threat receiving and passing. The only real threat they really have left, because they don't have Malik Neighbors either, besides Jackson Dart, is they have Wan'Dale Robinson. And people could say, oh, whatever. But in the past several years, he's been that vertical threat guy that people forget about. He had a big game versus the Cowboys earlier this year when Jackson wasn't starting. He had a big game. I think he had 100-some yards, a late touchdown back when Russell Wilson was throwing the ball. He has 500 yards this season. They got Theo Johnson, a big tight end. Other than that, Darius Slayton, he's a vet, but he hasn't been a threat vertically. But hey, if you leave anybody open in the NFL, they can be a threat. So let's
Wan'Dale
take away.
Was a second-round receiver, drafted in the second round. He's
I'm just saying he hasn't right. He's talented. He just hasn't shown to be like a bona fide 1,000-yard type of receiver or whatever. Right. But he's known for making big plays. I think he's got the second longest catch and run for this year for the Giants. Jackson Dart hasn't thrown a lot of interception, but he has been sacked 19 times. in his 6 games played, with a sack percentage of like 9%. So you can get to him. He is athletic, which means he's going to hold on to the ball a lot. And I just think that we have the advantage in a lot of areas for the Bears. We have a lot of advantage. They're not a good team. I'm sorry. I'm not entrusting the Giants. I mean, it's the NFL. Anything can happen. I say that all the time. Any team can be any team. Shoot, they beat who they beat this year? They beat the Giants 34-17 in week 6. So any team can win, obviously. I mean, but defensively, they're a joke. We just played almost literally the worst defense last week, and this week we play a team that is 28th in points allowed, 29th in yards allowed. They're 24th in passing yards given up. They're 31st, so they're the second worst team. We just played the worst team versus the run. They are the worst team versus the run, and they are the worst team. Our Bears defense has gotten better because we were ranked this like before the bye week. They are 32nd in running back yards per carry. So yeah, you damn right we gonna run the ball. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. I'm not even gonna say the whole they better. I don't doubt they're gonna run the ball today to take control of the game.
Do the Bears defenses though? Where do the Bears defenses rank there? Because they may be pretty close to the Giants.
Well, they're in the 20s.
That's slightly ahead.
No, they're in the 20s. So I was looking up some other stats earlier online, not online, but some videos I was watching. The Bears are kind of in the 20s with a lot of stuff. The things that the Bears lead in are getting off the field on third down. They're 5th in the league on third down defense, and they are still first in turnovers with 19 turnovers. But you have to remember the outlier games hurt us. Obviously, I'm not going to call the running our run defense an outlier because it hurt us early in the season. We've gotten a lot better. I don't even care that the Bengals didn't even try to run the ball last week. The run defense has gotten better for the Bears. But I will say that in other stats, the Detroit game was out of hand for us. This game, although we won the Bengals game, that stat didn't look good because we allowed 470 to Joe Flacco, which I know Joe's 40, but like Joe's that type of guy. He's that 90s prototypical 6'5", throw the ball 35 times a game type of guy. He didn't do it in Baltimore a lot because Baltimore is a run the ball, play defense guy, but he has that ability. But the Bears defense, as my computer loads, is kind of mid of the pack. Mid-pack. There are some stats that are not good. The stats that are not good is kind of like their sack percentage, stuff like that. But the Bears defense ranked. Yeah. We're 29th in points allowed, 26th in yards. Games like the Bengal game and the Lions game definitely hurt that. 25th versus pass. We are 25th versus the run. We've already allowed as a team 1,000 yards rushing, but we haven't allowed that many touchdowns. We've only allowed 6 touchdowns in 9 games. And we are 29th because we used to be 32nd, but we're 29th in yards per carry by running backs.
So that's what I'm worried about on the other side. You're saying like, yes, our offense should be able to mollywop and score at will, but on this flip side.
Maybe not at will. I'm just saying the defense has gotten better.
Well, yeah, I think now they don't have the same offensive weapons to your guys' points that these other teams have had. Mm-hmm. But Dart is playing fearless, and whatnot. He's having a good connection with Wandale. So I think if the Bears continue to play sloppy or come out the gates flat, they will obviously leave that huge door open for the Giants to come in there and kind of make it closer, kind of like a game like last week where we're biting our nails and kind of be like, fuck, come on, let's figure it out somehow, some way at the end, instead of having a good, comfortable lead going into the fourth quarter.
Well, this is going to be a good test for them as far as when it comes down to pass blocking as well, because we know that the Giants do have a very good pass rushing team with, I think Brian Burns leads the NFL with 11 sacks. You still got the rookie Abdul Carter over there, who's a high pick. I want to say he was definitely top 5. You got Kevon Thibodeau, that was also a top pick. Then you got Dexter Lawrence there as well, and we've known what he's gone and done over the years as far as being one of the better DTs in the NFL. So they definitely have some guys that can get after the passer, but they are the worst in the NFL as far as it comes down to
20 sacks as a team.
Yeah, 20 sacks as a team. And Burns has 11 of them. So he has over half of their sacks. So we also know that they are the worst team in the NFL as far as when it comes down against the run. So I expect the Bears to run the ball a little bit more. If it was me, if I was the head coach, I would rest Swift this game and give Monangai some carries and let him continue to develop and also get a rhythm going. Because the thing is, we know that we're going to need Swift for the long stretch. If he's dealing with a groin injury, you don't want him out there in these type of conditions where the rain is real wet out there and slippery.
Re-aggravate that groin. Yep.
Yeah, you don't want to re-aggravate that groin. And then, we got games against Philadelphia coming up, games against Pittsburgh, where you're going to need that veteran guy. Yeah, you're going to need that veteran guy in there. We got
ability.
Yeah, exactly. And we still got division games coming up.
Even his blocking ability too has been really pretty good in
pass. Yeah. So we need that experience. Once again, he's a guy that he's a veteran guy. We expect him to be able to point out the blitz and pick up the blitz. There may be some things that Kyle Monangai may not see. Defensive coordinators are very crafty when it comes down to that blitz package and trying to not only confuse a second-year quarterback, but also confuse a rookie running back in the backfield. So those are things that you're looking for if I was a defensive coordinator to try to rattle this team. Like I said, I would start Kyle Monangai. You got Roschon Johnson back. Give Roschon some carries. Let's see what he got. I mean, the man only got 3 carries this season, but those carries went like 7 to 8 yards or 11 yards. So
wouldn't you want? You brought up Roschon, but the guy that played last week, Britton Brown or whatnot,
Britton
right?
Brown.
Yeah. Did you would rather give those carries to Roschon instead of continuing to let Brown go?
Yes. The reason why I say that is because I know what Roschon could do. Also, Roschon is probably our best blocking back as well. So I would definitely put him in there. And the thing about Roschon that we don't like is people say we give him opportunity. We haven't really. It's just that he's been hurt. That's what it is. He's been hurt. He hasn't. It's not like we've gone and had Roschon. Like Roschon has never had as many carries in the game as Cal Monangai had. Never.
Not
so you can't say that we gave him a chance because we haven't given him a chance. Unfortunately, injuries happen. That's part of the NFL. So I get it. I want to see what he can do. Let him and Cal Monangai, and if emergency situation come in, you put in Brown.
Okay. So, I think so. So Swift was limited Wednesday, full participation Thursday, and did not practice Friday. But I think the second part of that was it was a related personal issue. So he is questionable. I'm looking to see if there's been any updates to that, if he'll play or not. So if he doesn't play, I definitely expect all 3 running backs to get carries. Last week the carry dispersion or the dispersion. I don't even know if that's a word. The carry
discrepancy.
Discrepancies. The carry breakdown was like 25-4 and something else. So Cal Monangai outran everybody with carries. I think if Swift doesn't play, it'll be something similar, if not the same. I think that Ben has showed that his trust for their ability to be successful is what leads to carries. So although Britton Brown did have some successful carries, he only had 4. He did have that 30-yard run, but it will only come with the success and the ability of having confidence that you can give a guy more than that. Remember, prior to that, his only highest carry total was 13 in that game, where him and DJ combined for almost 200 just between those two. But prior to that, I think Monangai's carries only was, 25, and then was 13, and then after that, maybe been 8. So Ben Johnson's ability to give carries away to running backs based on availability just really depends on his trust level, and you'll know that by see who gets the ball and who lines up more. Kyle Monangai also lined up a lot in like the slot and receiver, and I'm not saying that he's not a great. I was more shocked to see it for personnel purposes because I'm like, hey, you got all these receivers, and I thought, oh no, we got all those injuries, and we got tight ends that were out. Plus, Cole was out with the injury. He's been lining up. You watch a lot of the breakdowns of the videos. He lined up in like a tight slot or tight bunch slot. So the injuries have played a role in availability, but I don't think he got. I don't know his targets could have been that many, maybe 1 or 2 from last game.
Komet,
no,
maybe had 2 or
no. my young guy. If you watch the game, he lined up a lot.
He probably, as far as passing wise, I think he got like maybe 3 targets, 4 at the most.
Yeah.
Because I know he caught one, and I know he caught 2.
Yeah, he got 2. Yeah.
So
see that
we're losing something kind of with Swift not being out there, but it's a trust thing. I mean, he's out there for a reason. Been trusting him to do the job. Yes, running the ball is key, obviously, but also play action. Obviously, playing off play action. We've got pretty much our full tilt of receivers. This may be a week that that we see a Rome sighting, but Rome's got to play bigger in situations. He's got to catch the easy balls. I think that he had such a hot start, and I was able to early last week. I was able to guest star on another podcast, and someone brought up, he's got to play bigger, or But I mean, hey, he's still a young guy, so I think that him not getting, he had 3 targets. One was considered a non-catch, and the thing that you drafted him for, he's seen this year, because he had some contested catches last year, some back shoulder catches last year. That's been a problem for him this year. Those contested, when his hands go up and another defender is either hitting his arms or hitting his hands or hitting his body or bringing that in. It's still a kind of a confidence thing, but I think he's obviously well capable of it. But you go to where the play call goes. I mean, prior to last game, people were saying, "Oh, is Caleb? Oh, is he forcing the ball to Rome?" And Declan Doyle said purely in interviews previous week that there are certain, everybody knows this, when you draw plays, some plays are drawn for the particular player for that play, but there are plays where Rome is not the first option. He's the third or fourth option, and you have to trust Caleb to go through this progression. So I think that obviously our predictions are not up yet, but I think we will see a good game offensively. The Bears are the Bears. We played in bad weather. Everyone on this roster has played in not, favorable weather. So I trust that they'll be able to handle it. I think the defense has gotten better. I think that we played some high-powered offenses in Detroit and Cincinnati. And I say Cincinnati because, like I said prior last week, Cincinnati was averaging 30 points a game the past 3 games. They put 30 on Pittsburgh. They put 30 on a couple other teams. They scored 30 points for 3 of the last 4 games. So, but also with that said, the Giants have put up 30 points this year too. They put 30 early in the season versus the Cowboys. They put 34 when they beat the Eagles early, not early. Yeah, it was still early in the season because we're at the mid-season point now. They put 30 on who else? They put 30 on Denver in a close game that they lost. So yeah, they scored 30 twice, 37, 34, and 32. But they have scored not with Jackson Dart, but they scored 6 and 9 in earlier games. That was with Russell Wilson. I think the least amount of points they scored with Jackson might have been the Saints game with 14. I think Jackson didn't start to the Philly game. He started the last 4, right? Let me double check that. I'm sorry.
Man, it's gonna be a very interesting game. And it's crazy that when we were talking about the Rome and as far as Caleb targeting Rome, and that you said that Declan Doyle, I think that's his name, the offensive coordinator. Yeah, he was saying that there are plays called where they're primarily for, a particular wide receiver. I think that is very much the case, and that maybe after seeing what Rome has done the last couple of games, Ben Johnson quit dialing up plays for him and said, well, all right, let's get somebody else because this guy's obviously struggling right now. He's dropping a lot of passes. He may not be getting open. He's not getting those 50-50 balls. We need to start hitting other wide receivers. All of a sudden, you see the guy in Coastal Loveland getting open and getting more targets. He threw the first series, he threw a nice ball to Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet totally dropped it. You're losing confidence in Cole Kmet. He's been dropping the ball. He's not having a good season at all. Yeah.
He also left him out to dry on the play, which helped re-injure his back.
He did. The thing about it is, like I tell people, Cole Kmet is stiff as hell. He did throw it high. Now, don't get me wrong. He had enough time to catch the ball and to regather himself. It's just a big
He
stiff
caught it.
loss of balance.
He caught it. He caught it.
But
It wasn't that
curl
hard
up
to
and
hit.
protect yourself.
Yeah, he stiff,
Hey,
man.
man.
Like I told people all this.
You a tall dude, Chris. You 6'4", dog. You know how that is when you extend that ball and try to get down. When you're 6'4", your wingspan about 6'6", dog. You know how that is extended for that ball.
The key to it is getting your feet under. Like I told people doing on the network on the podcast show Tuesday. I said if that was Cole Kmet catching that Colston Loveland pass, he's not scoring a touchdown.
Yeah,
because the minute he would have hit him at the legs, it's over. Stiffy's right down.
He would have failed. He would have failed. It would have been a big play. He would have been a big play, but he would have been down. He would have been down.
Yeah, easy.
He would have gotten tracked down too. Like I don't think he would have been able to outrun. They would have caught him down probably at the 5-8 yard line, something like that.
He would have took it. I mean, you've been calling him Big Stiffy, and me and Frank, which is funny. Me and Frank don't agree on a lot, but me and Frank are avid Cole Kmet fans. I think that not saying that he's not. He is a stiffer athlete. I'm still gonna call him an athlete. He's a dual sport guy.
That's the thing. He's an athlete. Like I'm not taking away.
He's just not as agile. He's not. He doesn't have that.
No.
He does have quick. He is a stiffer player. He does have issues with being tackled after after catching the ball.
Yeah, don't tackle him up here now. You crazy?
Oh no. He can take them. I've seen Cole. I mean, remember he missed his first games this season in his career. I've seen Cole take some hits in the upper body. He does have an issue with the lower leg thing, fighting through tackles. But I as far as that goes, just like I've always said this, man, I want to see the full potential of this offense. I really want to get into these mid-season acquisitions and the trade stuff before we get out of here, just to get you all's opinion on what you all think, coming from Poles and Ben Johnson being on the same page with these trades. We get a DN from Tampa Bay, Joe Tayo. Oh man, I had to bring it back up.
From the Browns. He got drafted by Tampa, but he was with the Browns.
Yeah, drafted by Tampa. So you get him from Tampa Bay. I'm sorry, from the Browns from Cleveland, excuse me, because every picture I see is with him with a damn Tampa Bay jersey. Drafted from Tampa Bay, he was traded from the Browns. You get him as a depth piece. Now there were fans in this fan sphere saying that they didn't do enough. Now I already know how I feel. Saying that why did we go bigger or whatever. What are you all's opinions on the trade, and what do you think? Do you think that you were in favor of not giving up top tier, depth pieces for a quote unquote loaner? Are you saying, hey, we just needed the depth guy, which I think we got. I think he's a better guy. You know what? I'll take my opinion for after you all answer. You can go first, Val.
Oh, you want to go quick? You go.
Go ahead.
Yeah, just real quick. So my thoughts on that, like, I was okay with it. I wasn't as harsh on it just because I didn't really feel like they don't have the draft capital this particular year to kind of go out and do something. The biggest name that you probably could have gone out that was traded was the guy from the Dolphins, Phillips. And I think he went for like a 3rd round pick or whatnot. So that kind of gives you an idea of what we may have had to given up.
It was a seller's market.
So with that being said, like they needed a body, they got a body, they didn't give up anything too crazy for him. I'm not expecting much from this new guy coming in at all. But like I said, they didn't really have the draft capital, and even to trade players, I think the only one that really had significant value that other teams would have looked at was wanting DJ Moore and whatnot, because I'm looking at everybody else on the Bears roster. You're not going to trade Kmet because he's got the injury issues. It's really not much value there. There's really nobody on defense that you're really going to be able to kind of flip out and trade just because of the injuries that we have there as well. So as far as like other teams looking at our team, like our players, and I wouldn't have wanted to flip DJ unless we would have gotten like a king's ransom, but like the market's not there for the receivers right now. So with the trade line moves that they did, I'm okay with it. I wasn't expecting them to do much just because like they didn't really have the kind of capital to go out and get anybody too big. So I can live with what they did. Hopefully the pieces stay healthy, and they're putting a lot on Austin Booker, like I said, to kind of step up and fill that role. So those are my thoughts. Go ahead, Phil.
Yeah. With me, we were buyers, not sellers. So I didn't see DJ or Cole Kmet or anybody like that being moved in the first place, because we're buyers, not sellers. Now, we were selling. I could see maybe you can move a Cole Kmet, you can move a DJ Moore, possibly get maybe a young piece and a draft pick with it. But since we were buyers and not sellers, I didn't see those guys moving. I don't know what a lot of fans were really expecting, because the thing is, all the guys that you want, you heard the Trey Hendersons, the Myles Garrett's, the Max Crosby's, all these guys, guess what? They're going to be available in the offseason as well. So why would you sit up there and trade away premium draft picks for these guys? And then not only that, you're going to have to figure out a way to pay these guys. We don't have the cap space to trade for these guys without giving away some pieces and some draft capital and signing them back. I was fine with the move that we made. I wasn't looking for no big splashes. Let's be honest. I wouldn't want to trade away. Your secondary is your strength. With Jalen Johnson, Kyler Gordon, Tariq Stevenson, you got Terrell Smith. You just signed Gardner.
DJ Gardner Johnson.
Yeah. You signed him as well. So I'm not looking to bring in or try to trade away for another defensive back. You got Briscoe, you got Byard, you got Owens. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring in a guy from free agency. With the DN, you already loaned DNs. I didn't mind them trading for this guy. I wasn't expecting nobody big. Yeah, I wasn't expecting nobody big. Nothing at all. I know we need some pass rushing. We're going to have to probably scheme up better ways to get more pass rush. It's just that simple. Don't blow up your team, well, I wouldn't say blow up your team, but put away
trade your future stock,
future draft picks for guys that's more than likely going to come in and be a rental. I mean, you still got Asante Samuel Jr. that's going to be coming in Tuesday. You may be able to pluck him, because guess what you can do that a lot of these other teams can do? We could possibly offer him a starting job.
Right, so you can put him out there.
Secondary. So that's my thought on it. Good job not throwing away your draft picks, future draft picks, for a possible rental.
Yeah, a guy for 8 months or whatever, 3 months.
Yeah, man, most definitely. I agree. I was not big on getting anybody on the top of that trade chart. Look, I'm talking to the fans who were disappointed. Hope you're listening. Look, I get it. People are out here on social media, TikTok, Facebook. The Bears can win 10 games. Bears can play playoff. This team is not in the playoff Super Bowl pocket right now. Okay, this is a team ascending with a first-year coach. And I get rookie deal, and you want to win now. That's not the goal here. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that inside the Bears, they're playing to win. But realistically, no one is thinking this team is Super Bowl ready, because they're not. They're not Super Bowl ready. They're not a Super Bowl ready team. There's no reason to give up future collateral, first, second, third round picks, or talented players in the middle of a contract at the beginning of a roster, just to get some pieces that you're not even sure you're going to have for next season. There's no need to do it. There's no necessary reason to do it. You got a guy who, in his 4 years, as a former first round pick, the guy they just traded for, Joe out of Washington, he was a first round pick, 32 to Tampa Bay. His sacks per year were 4, 4, 5, and 2. So he's passed from a production. He started a lot of games. He hasn't really missed that many games. In fact, he's only missed 3 games the past 2 years. He played 15 last year, and he played 8 this year. He doesn't have a sack this year with the Browns, but they have a very stacked team. This is the only year that his sack numbers have really fallen. They failed last year. He missed 2 games. But even the guy that you would have got from the Jets, the Johnson kid, who's coming off an Achilles tear, they were. I think the rumor was the Jets were asking for a second-round pick. No. Look, you need another body. You got another young guy. This is his 5th year. He's had the talent to show that he was worth a first-round pick, or if you were going at the end of the first, you're kind of a tweener first, last, second. He showed some potential. His stats are better than any of the guys that you would have got in the same position that are not the super big names. And none of those guys actually moved. Couldn't the DN out of the Jets move, but people were giving up a lot of collateral for those guys. I think that's just not something that was advantageous for the Bears to do. And I think that Ben and Poles did a really good job not going for those guys. Let me see if I can bring up the trade.
That's the thing. You don't mind trading, like the GMs and whatnot. They're not mind trading those picks when they're expecting them to be towards the end of the round and whatnot. When you're kind of like in the middle of the road there, where it can be like a 15 to 18 pick, and you're going to trade those future picks, you're expecting at that point them for those picks to end up being like 30, 31, 32 picks at the back end of it. And that's obviously the gamble of it, to where if not, and you traded those picks away, to where that player you traded for and you gave up those assets doesn't pan out, and now they're fucking top 10 picks that you traded away and whatnot. So you don't mind giving up all those picks, like I said, when you're expecting yourself to be at the back end of the draft.
Yeah, man. I just think that I think the Bears, the GM, our team, organizational wise, did a really good job not reaching for anybody in this cycle. There'll be some guys free. Look, I've been saying this. I wouldn't have fan. I don't care if these guys were. I don't care if Cole was 100%. I don't care if Braxton was 100%. I wasn't a fan of trading any of these guys. The goal of this year was to see what you have going into the future. So you want as much as the talent. Like, I don't understand why people don't like talent. I'm going to say it that way. If you got this talent, and we believe that as an offensive team, we have I believe we have well more than above average together talent as far as the receivers, the tight ends, the running backs. I want to see what these guys can do together. We've only had 9 games. 8 games. They're 5-3. 8 games in a 17-game season, and we're just now to the second half of the season. Let's see what we can put together. Let's see what Ben and DA can put together with this team. There was absolutely no need to trade anyone in the 2 deep that's getting reasonable reps. I don't care if we had all the tackles in Braxton, unless you were going to get like a fifth for Braxton, a fifth, and maybe a D end or something that made sense to add depth, quality depth. But you need the depth at the tackle position. He's out right now, so now you're lacking depth. So I don't know if Poles would have made a trade if Ben was not the coach, but I think Ben and DA being the coaches helped him not make any crazy trades. Not crazy, any trades that people would have probably cheered, but then later jeered because you're looking to add something. This is a different year for the Bears. We're still building. I want to see this team at full strength, offensively and defensively. That way, you know what you need going into next year. Maybe you don't need a running back that's a top pick next year. Maybe you keep Swift and you say, hey, Monunga, hey, we're going to roll this out with these 2 running backs for the next 3 years. Maybe we only need a little more O-line help, and we need to focus just on defense next draft. However many picks we have next draft, I haven't done the research, but maybe we need to focus on it being more of a defensive draft next year. And then we have a core we can grow from. You just tinker with some pieces, but you have your number 2, your number 3, 2 through 3 receivers. You have your 2 top tight ends. You have your 2 top running backs. You have your quarterback. That's what I want to see for the Bears. I want to see the growth of what this potential can be. Remember, for those who don't know, the Bears are second in the league in rushing.
Yeah.
So
nice.
I like the activeness and the inactiveness of them during the trade deadline.
Well, that's one thing that I do like about Ryan Poles. He's been a lot different than previous GMs that we've had, because Ryan Poles is an aggressive GM. And there's been plenty of years where we've been Bears fans and we will hope that the Bears will go out and make a deal to get somebody to sit up there to help the team, to make the team better, and they haven't done it. So that's one thing I do appreciate about Ryan Poles, that he is an aggressive GM. He's not going to sit up there and sit on his hands. It's so crazy that you like, one thing about the NFL is unpredictable. That's what I love about it. It's unpredictable. And we don't know if the Bears are playoff bound, but we don't know if they are or they aren't. That's the crazy part about it. I mean, just think about it. Last year, did anybody have the Washington Commanders going to the NFC Championship game?
Nope.
No.
It was too early.
So
it's too early because they had a rookie.
Exactly. So what?
She said no to. They're not agreeing with that take it there.
Yeah. So what is there to stop us from being that type of team? Us going to the NFC Championship. It's not like we can't do it. Like I told people a couple years ago, I said when I saw the Cincinnati Bengals go to the Super Bowl, the Cincinnati Bengals, that Cincinnati Bengals team that we saw go to the Super Bowl, I said, man, anything is possible. The Cincinnati Bengals, who didn't have zero defense at all, went to the Super Bowl. It's unpredictable. So am I going to say the Bears are a Super Bowl team? No. Is it far-fetched for them to go to the Super Bowl? Absolutely not. Is it far-fetched for them to make the playoffs? Absolutely not. Yeah. Is it far-fetched for them to go to the NFC Championship game? Absolutely not.
Right. If they win up 4 or 5 more games the rest of the season, they end up finishing with the winning record. So, being at 5 wins already at this season.
The NFC is so tough right now, man. The NFC is so tough. If the Bears do win that 10 games that so many fans, including Amp, want them to get to, there still ain't no guarantee they're gonna make the playoffs at 10-7.
That's true.
NFC is tough, man.
It is.
And but a winning record is nothing to snub your nose at for sure.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Well, I'm about to get into my prediction because I hear my wife down there fussing at my son. So
yes, expectations. Let's get into our expectations. We don't like to do predictions.
I expect this game to probably be. It's going to be a little dirty. It's not going to be as pass friendly as it was last week because for the simple fact that the elements in this game is going to probably restrict that. I do see the Bears coming out and winning this game. Hopefully they win by 10 plus because I think it's their ability to run the ball and the simple fact that the Giants are beat up. They don't really have offensive weapons and they're terrible against the run. So I forgot what I had predicted, but I do think the Bears, because of how their offense is, if they can stay penalty free, none of those pre-snap penalties, continue to move the ball the way they've been moving the ball, I expect the Bears to easily score over 30 points. So I'm going to probably go 31-20 Bears.
Okay. 31-20?
Yep.
Very nice. Very nice. I'm expecting the Bears to continue their run game as well and be able to run the ball and their offense to take another step and Caleb to continue to grow. That's one of the things that I've said in the past where Caleb had the great game against Dallas. Like that was awesome to see. But now, can you be consistent with that and have continue?
I'm sorry, fellas, I gotta go. My wife, she's tripping on my son. I gotta go.
Absolutely. Foul mouth, thank you for joining us.
Hey,
we'll see you on Tuesday night.
Say that. My wife. I see you. I see you, big dog.
Man, I got man, she over there going crazy. All I heard was no, and I didn't know something. I didn't know what the boy did.
All we heard was this. Yeah. All we heard was
Ricky! Man, I'll try to tell you.
That's what we heard. Ricky!
All right, fellas. Hey, it was love talking to you guys again. Once again, bear down, baby, and let's pray for a win.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
Bear down. Have a good
Sunday. Appreciate you having me.
Yes, sir. You know it. Always.
So like I said, I'm expecting the Bears, like I said, to continue to run game, hopefully continue to have Caleb. He had a good game last week. I need to see consistent good games stacked on top of each other, just like they like to stack the wins. I like to see Caleb continuing to stack his development, not take a step forward, take a step back, so I am expecting the Bears to come out with a win here, a 27-20 victory for the Bears there.
27-20. Okay. Yes. All right. Now, of course, Coach is going to bring you some stats. Not to say the stats of the end-all be-all, but just to give you some stats to help me give perspective. All right, look. For those who don't know, for the as mid to not as good as the Bears defense has been, the offense has been really good this year. Surprisingly, people don't know this. The Bears rank in the top 10 to 15 in many important EPA and all those other advanced stats. So the fear is the defense. The Bears, in their two lopsided scoring games, have given up 52 to the Lions, and they gave up 42 to the Bengals. So they're in the bottom half of points per game. I mean, obviously, they're 29th in points given up of like points average. I think they're giving up 26 points a game. If you take out those two games, those two outliers, even including the game where they gave up 30 to the Ravens, if you take out the Lions game and the Bengals game, the Bears are giving up 22 points a game, but they're still top 10 in scoring at like 26 per game. So it's a reason why we have a 5-3 record. Okay, the Bears are offensively 6th in points scored, 4th in total yards. We're 10th in the league in passing yards. Caleb has 1,900 yards. He's on pace for 4,000 yards. We are 3rd in attempts. I repeat, we are 3rd in attempts. So as bad as the running game appeared to be early in the year, we did not run the ball for the sake of being bad. He was consistent. He said it in earlier interviews, Ben Johnson. And sometimes I get a little overzealous for running the ball, just trying to make sure that we can show that we can do it. He's proving that the Bears are a run-heavy team. We're 2nd in yards. We're 8th in touchdowns, and we are 5th in yards per carry as a team. Both running backs are averaging. Kyle Monanga's big game last week obviously boosted his average to be better because he's at 5.3 where Swift is at 4.6. Prior, they were kind of even before the big game by Monanga because he was averaging about 6 yards a carry. So I think that the Bears are a future offensive power to be reckoned with. We're on the trajectory of being that. And for the fact that people thought that the offense was struggling and still being top 10 in just base stats, not even the advanced metrics, but just base yards, points, rushing yards, passing yards, shows for those who have doubt,
plays too.
It shows that we have it. And we are top 10 in the league in explosive plays. So once again, explosive plays are any 10-yard run, any 20-yard catch and pass. So we are top 10 in that. So obviously, my man Amp's not here to do it. We're kind of we fringe on the end of being a guys who like to bet a little bit. The Bears are favored -4.5 being at home. So typically, obviously, we always say the home team typically gets 3 points, 3.5. They're 4.5 point favorites. The over under today is 46.5. And then I don't know the number because I didn't look at the number for the money line. But the Bears are, I would say that they're clearly the favorite going to the game. They're 5-3. The Giants are 2-7. So the Bears are the favorite. So what is my score prediction? And give yours out there. Well, I haven't seen anybody chime in today, man. What's going on with the comments?
Not too many people chatting in the comments today, so they're keeping them thoughts to themselves today. So, but it's all right.
Nothing to say
right. Now's the time. Better late than never. If you guys have any score predictions,
give me
let us know before we end the show here. So go ahead with your expectations.
I keep a record of the scores we predict, but I need to put them on the chart so we can see how close people have been. I think that offensively, I think we're going to put up yards today. Passing and running, and we haven't got official word on DJ Swift. I'm looking on NFL Countdown now. I haven't seen it, but I'm going to make a prediction before I get my DeAndre Swift. I'm going to say Caleb throws for actually 300 today. I'm going to say Caleb throws for 300.
It's a windy day, so that'll be interesting.
Hey, man, you drafted that guy because of his arm and ability to, when the weather gets bad, for him to cut through that wind with that arm strength. People have been saying, Caleb doesn't have 300 yards. Caleb doesn't have 300 yards. I don't know. I'm saying he's going to put it up. Am I going to put my money where my mouth is? I don't know because I haven't put down my FanDuel bets yet. But I do have the Bears winning, and I say I have the Bears winning 20 field goal. I think we get a field goal. I was going to say 28, but maybe I give him 30. 3 touchdowns, couple field goals. You know what? I'm gonna Nope, 34. I'm going to say 34.
34.
24-24.
34-24. All right.
34-24 Bears. That's my selection. I think that there we go. Who's that?
That's Adam. AC Adam. Looks like he had 30, 47, or 74. We've seen him here a few times. I definitely have seen him at other ones. So 31.
Hey, there you go.
Bears.
Remember, don't forget to leave a like. I got the Bears 34-24. I'm going to predict Caleb puts up 300. I'm going to predict that the Bears running today put up plus 180 as a team.
Very nice. I like that.
Now, if Monangai starts and there's no Swift, I predict he will have a nundred. Yep. Because they're 32nd in yards per average, they're the worst team in the NFL with yards giving up defense. I'll say Cal Monangai has another big game if he starts alone. If Swift and him play, I say they combine. I say the team rushes for 180, so I say they'll combine for play probably split it, depending on who gets the bigger run. But I hope Swift plays today. If he's healthy, if he can go, let him go. No need to save him. Let him go. We got the. I think we have not the deepest running group, but I think we're growing toward that. So I'll take the Bears 34-24. I would definitely take the minus 4.5. I would, based on my score, I would take the over. In fact, based on everyone's score, the over is open because everyone, the Giants they can score. Jackson Dart can make some plays. He's got an arm. They drafted him in the Giants for a reason because he's got a big arm for this type of weather. The Giants play in New York, even though they play kind of in a dome type setting, but they play outdoor games. They play, this is Midwest, East Coast football right now. So I would definitely take that. I would,
Jackson Dart,
if I was picking.
He's shown to be a resilient QB because, I mean, look at how many injuries that team has been hit on the offensive side of the ball, and he's not letting that be an excuse and whatnot. So he's still finding the next guy. And
hey, man, he played at Ole Miss. He's resilient because he played at Ole Miss. Okay? He's not. I don't even think he's from the South. But anyway, then he used to play. Maybe he's a U.S. I don't know. I forgot.
Morning,
anyway, hey, long time no see. Hi. But yeah, I got a Giants taking the L, Bears taking the win. Regardless, I think the Giants, although they have 20 sacks as a team, I think that Caleb is not taking sacks. But I think the Bears will definitely pull it out, and I think it'll be a game to where a guy like Cricket. I've watched the game with you. You know me. You say, how do you say calm during the game? And say, I don't have panic in me until the fourth quarter. Last week, fourth quarter, when they didn't get the pick and it was down, I was just like, and then I ain't gonna lie. Once after the punt, after the pick, I was like, bro, the Bengals about to score. And then I was like, when they got the onside, before the onside kick, I was like, it didn't go 10 yards. And when I saw the onside kick hit my man's foot, I was like, they about to score again. Yeah, I was like, yo.
We all felt it coming.
I had doubts. I didn't have doubts that Caleb wouldn't drive him. I just wanted them to finish because obviously the doubts of our kicking game. Although I still have confidence in Cairo Santos.
If it's 50 plus, I get worried about it. If it's 50 plus, anything under 50, I'm like, okay, he should nail this. But once it gets to that 50 range, I'm like, it's about like 50-50, no pun intended. But that's how I feel like the kick is.
I would say it's 60-40, but remember, guys, Cairo Santos this year is 11 for 14. He has 3 misses. He has 2 misses. His two misses are from 50 plus. His 1 miss is from 40. So from 40 to 49, he's 4 for 5. From 50 plus, he is 2 for 4. Remember, one of them was a 58-yard attempt. The other one was a field goal earlier in the year. So, I still have confidence in him. Jake Moody, when he was with us, he was 8 for 9. He did have a miss, and his miss was between 40 and 49 as well. So, there are no guarantees. Obviously, anytime a kicker misses, people, oh, my God, the kicker missed. We need a kicker. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Calm down. Pump your brakes. You're all right. You're okay. It's not dire. But, yeah.
Right.
And he finished the game last week, and after the touchdown, he finished it. Was that him who kicked the ball off for the touchback, or was that Troy Taylor?
I
Tory,
think it's
Tory
been Taylor. I think it's been Taylor as of lately because Cairo's had an injury that he's been dealing with, and I think to kind of save his leg, they've been having Taylor kicked out. So
Tory,
but
no, it wasn't Tory. It wasn't Tory. Tory only has 2 kickoffs this year, so the kickoff was by Kairos was a touchback versus the Bengals.
Okay, all right. Well, there you go. Well, final thoughts so we can sign off here and let these good people go about their Sunday to get ready for the Bears game.
Hey, man. Hey, tune in. Hey, tune in to us. Come, give us. It's okay to super chat. If you want your comment read and you want us to talk about what you have to say, hey, it's okay to drop us 99 cents, $1.99. It's okay. Don't feel like we trying to penny pinch you, but hey, this is the YouTube space. We got to fund some things too, man. Chime in, give us your content. We'll give you our content. You give us your responses to our content. Don't be afraid to chime in. Don't be afraid to say something. Don't be a lurker. Say something. This is a live stream. We want the interaction from the crowd and from the fan base.
Absolutely.
Don't forget to use us with an HBO special. Help a brother out. It don't cost you nothing to like. And it helps our algorithm. Don't hide us. We not the side chick. Don't. I know you're on YouTube. I know you're on YouTube because I'm on YouTube. I watch YouTube going to and from work. Don't be on YouTube liking every video. If you watch half a video, don't be the guy who watches a 15-minute video and is like, I'm not going to leave a like. Don't be a hater like that. Leave us a like.
Yeah, please help the brother out, like we said. Yes, spread the love.
We don't have no fancy studio. We don't have no fancy studio, no fancy green screen. I just got my bar here. I got a bar and I got a bookshelf. A bookshelf for game.
We keep it raw over here. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for kicking it up over here at the clubhouse here. The more Bears fans here, the better it is. Coach Chef dropped out there. I think something happened with his connection and whatnot. But like I said, we took up enough of your time here. Here he is coming back here. We took up enough of your time here at the clubhouse. But Coach Chef, say goodbye. Tell the people one last time where they can find you on TikTok and whatnot.
Most definitely. I'm going to slow it down because Coach Chef, as I've been living in Phoenix, people say, you talk fast, man. Slow down. Thank you for tuning in today. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. Like and follow us on TikTok, as Crooked Commish, who runs our channel, says on TikTok. You can find us on TikTok at Chicago Clubhouse Network. You can find him also at Crooked Commish. You can find me at just Coach. If you type in Coach Chef, I'll probably pop up. But if you're looking for my Bears content specifically, host.coach_chef. I'll give you my halftime breakdown. I'll give you my reaction to the end of the game. And, of course, if the Bears win, you get to see me and possibly my lovely fiance, Miss Coach Chef. You'll see us do a victory. That's what we're calling it, a victory shot or shooter. I might go live. I might not. You'll get a reaction if it's a close game like you did last time. Hey, watch the videos on TikTok, man. Stop being a tween and watching my videos for 5 seconds. It's a 5-minute video. Watch the whole damn 5 minutes. Watch it. Tune in. I have to hit you with I'm gonna hit him with my deep voice. I know we gotta go. Hey, you better watch the show. Tune in to see what we gonna say this week, next week, and every other week. We bring you the best content online for the Bears.
I like that. I sounded like I just got scolded. My dad just yelled at me. So I'm watching. God damn it. So
man, tune in.
I suggest you all do the damn thing. The damn thing else. You're gonna be in trouble. From
why you subscribe, man? Don't be one of them guys. Don't be like one of them guys. Like, hey, you watch the show? I watch the show every week. You ever like me? They all right. Nah, man, hit us with a like. If you gave us your time, hit us with a like. We'd appreciate it.
We certainly would. So with that being said, guys, be safe out there, be good out there. But if you can't be good, damn it, at least be good at it. Peace.
You got to decide whether you're a wolf or a sheep.
Bear down, everyone. Bears win. Bears win.
This has been a Chicago Clubhouse Network production.
Come on, Sante and Samuel. Show us what you got. Come give us